Phil Marchadon was born in Canada. He'll be today's pitcher for the Philadelphia A's. When World War II came along, he joined the Royal Canadian Air Force, and he trained as a tail gunner for the British Halifax bombers. While flying missions for the Allies over Germany, he was shot down and captured by the Germans. Then he was sent to Stalag Luft number 3 in Germany. It's now in modern-day Poland, about 100 miles southeast of Berlin. This is the same Stalag well known for The Great Escape, the movie starring Steve McQueen, and the book. Before The Great Escape in 1943 had an escape, the pommel horse escape. 3 prisoners made their way out of the Stalag and made it back to Britain. They used the pommel horse to remove the dirt of their tunnel. Then in 1944, there was the Great Escape, where 3 major tunnels were dug, Tom, Dick, and Harry. The Germans discovered Tom and Dick, but they did not find Harry until the progress of the escape. 200 soldiers were intended to go through the trouble. 97 made it out, but all but 3 of those were captured, and 50 of those were killed and executed. In 1944, Phil Marchadon spent the last 9 months of World War II in Stalag Luft 3. Game 1 of the American League double elimination tournament for 1941, we have the Philadelphia Athletics at the New York Yankees. This is Apba Bryan and Apba Baseball Classics. Here are your starting lineups for today's game. For the Philadelphia A's, Al Brancato at shortstop, Benny McCoy at second base, Dick Siebert at first base. Sam Chapman is playing right field. Wally Moses in center field. Robert Johnson in left field. Frank Blimp Hayes is the catcher. Pete Suter at third base. And the pitcher is Philip Marchadon, grade B pitcher with a W modifier. For the New York Yankees, Phil Rizzuto at shortstop. Red Rolfe is at third base. Tommy Heinrich is in right field. Joe DiMaggio in center field. Charles King Kong Keller in left field. Bill Dickey, the catcher. Joe Gordon, second base. Johnny Sturm, first base. And Marios Lefty Russo, the pitcher, grade B pitcher with a Y modifier. We're using basic Apba, except for with the stealing, we're using master rules. And on those results that give runner stealing base or runner thrown out of base, we do apply the master stealing. It's just better for the Philadelphia A's is Al Brancato, played with the A's 39 through 41 and 45, served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. 43 is a ground ball back to the pitcher, Mario Russo, and he will be thrown out for the first out. Here is Benny McCoy. 45 is going to be a walk, and he'll be the first base runner in today's game. Average speed. Dick Siebert, 334 hitter in 1941. 61 is a 37. That is going to be a runner picked off first, so I can't apply the stealing there. 1-3. And there are 2 outs. Starting by the A's with their most effective hitter at the plate. Here's the pitch, 6-6 roll, and that is a hit column roll. 35 is going to be a 3 against grade B. That's going to be a triple to right field, and that pickoff just cost the A's a run. But they have Siebert at third base with 2 outs, and Sam Chapman coming to bat. Here's the pitch to Sam Chapman, 46. It's going to be a 27. That's a ground out to third base, 5-3. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. Okay, Marchadon on the mound for the A's, 3.57 earned run average in 1941. He's pitching to rookie Phil Rizzuto, 32. He has a ground ball to the second baseman, Benny McCoy, 4-3, one away. Red Rolf. That's a ground ball back to the pitcher, Marchadon. 2 outs. And here is Tommy Heinrich. 31 home runs in 1941. 25 is a single for Tommy Heinrich, and that'll bring to bat Joe DiMaggio. Pitch to DiMaggio, 29 is a ground ball back to Marchadon over to first. We go to the top of the second, no score. Wally Moses leads off the second for Philadelphia. 7 years he hit over 300 for the Philadelphia A's, including 41 where he hit 301. Here's the pitch to Wally Moses. 41 is a ground out to the shortstop, Phil Rizzuto. 1 out. Bob Johnson. 1-6 is a ground out to Phil Rizzuto, 2 outs. Here is Frank Hayes, the catcher. 34 is a fly out to the center fielder, Joe DiMaggio. And we go to the bottom of the second, no score. The powerful Charlie Keller will lead off the second inning for the Yankees. He homered once in his career, once every 20.5 times at bat. 6-6 roll, that is a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. A home run for Charlie Keller. And the Yankees are on the board 1-0. And but for that pickoff play in the first, it'd be 1-1. Bill Dickey, Yankee Hall of Fame catcher, is up to bat. He swings and misses. Strike 3. First out of the second inning for New York. Second baseman, Joe Gordon. 42 is a walk. First baseman, Johnny Sturm. 9 against the B pitcher. That's going to be a single. It's an infield hit for Sturm. And the Yankees have first and second with 1 out. And the pitcher, Marius Lefty Russo, he will swing away. 34 is a fly ball to the center fielder, Wally Moses. Makes the catch. There are 2 down. And back to the top of the order, and Phil Rizzuto. 63 is a fly out to Wally Moses in center field. We go to the third. It's now New York 1 and Philadelphia 0. Bottom of the Philly order, Phil Suter, the pitcher, and then Al Brancato, top of the order. 1-3 is a swing and miss for strike 3. Pete Suter is retired. Here's the pitcher, Marchadon. 63 is a fly ball to right field, caught by Tommy Heinrich. Al Brancato grounded out to the pitcher first time up. 25 is going to be a base hit for the leadoff hitter, Brancato. He is a fast runner for the A's. Be at first with 2 outs. Benny McCoy. 53 is a 20. New York is filling column 1. That's going to be a ground out to the second baseman, Joe Gordon. Ends the third. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 New York. Red Rolf will lead off the bottom of the third for the Yankees. He was a third baseman who played on 6 pennant winners for the Yankees. All right, here's the pitch to Rolf. 33 is going to be a single for Red Rolf. Slow runner at first. Yankees will play it safe. Tommy Heinrich coming up. That's a pop out to the shortstop for Philadelphia. That is Al Brancato, 1 down. And now Joe DiMaggio hit .357 in 1941. Sorry for bumping the camera, and I just dropped the dice also. No game is official here at Apba Classics unless I drop at least 1 dice on the floor. Here's a pitch to DiMaggio, 26, is a fly ball to the right fielder, Sam Chapman. He is under it and makes the catch for 2 outs. King Kong Keller. 63 is going to be a fly ball to the A's left fielder, Bob Johnson. We go to the 4th, 1-0 New York. May not have mentioned yet, but the Athletics are fielding off fielding column 3, and the Yankees are fielding column 1. Dick Siebert leads off for the A's. 15 is going to be a fly ball to Joe DiMaggio in center field. 1 out, and Siebert is 1 for 2 with a triple. Sam Chapman was an All-American football player at the University of California. Led the American League in putouts defensively 4 times. Also, while he played football, he played in the 1938 Rose Bowl, and in World War II became a Navy pilot. Here's the pitch to Sam Chapman. 65 is a pop-up to the catcher, Bill Dickey, 2 outs. Wally Moses comes to bat. 23 is a ground ball back to Russo, the pitcher, throws over to Johnny Sturm, and there are 3 outs here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. New York 1, Philadelphia 0. Catcher Bill Dickey leads off for New York. 22 is going to be a single for Bill Dickey. That is the 4th Yankee hit. Slow runner first. The Yankees will play it safe on the base paths. Joe Gordon. 1-5 is a 10 result, and that'll be a single to right center. The runner goes to third, but he can't because we're playing it safe. So, first and second, that keeps Gordon from stealing second as well. Johnny Sturm. .56 is a infield fly rule. Credit the third baseman with the out. There was 1 down. Marius Russo will probably swing away. 9 against a B. That's going to be a infield hit, filling the bases. Phil Rizzuto. Yankees can blow a hole in this game right here. So can Phil Rizzuto put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here's the pitch. 21, that is a 12. The infield was playing deep, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So Phil Marchadron breathes a sigh of relief. As they come to the top of the 5th, it's still Yankees 1, Philadelphia 0. Bob Johnson had 9 straight years of 20-plus home runs. He will lead off the 5th inning for the Athletics. 14 is the roll. Fly ball to the left fielder, Charlie Keller, 1 away. Philadelphia has only 2 hits through the 5th inning here. Frankie Hayes, the catcher, 6-6 roll. That's hit column. This will be a hit. So 64 is going to be I believe a double. Let's see. Over third base. Pete Suter, the third baseman. Here's Russo's pitch to Suter. 43 is going to be a ground ball back to Russo. Runner will go to third. There's 2 outs. And the pitcher, Phil Marchadron. .43 is going to be a ground ball back to Russo. And the A's are retired in the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. New York 1, Philadelphia 0. Red Wolf leads off the bottom of the fifth inning. He is 1 for 2. 1-4 is going to be a fly ball to the left fielders, Bob Johnson, 1 away. Tommy Heinrich. 1-2 is a ground ball to second. 2 outs. DiMaggio. 33 is going to be a hit, call, and roll. 56 is the double for Joe DiMaggio. Happens to be 2 outs. Charlie Keller. 53 is a 16. It's a single up the center. And Keller, the throw goes home. Keller goes to second on the throw. It is 2-0 New York. Bill Dickey. 6-6 roll. That's hit column. 16 is going to be a double to left center field. Scores Keller. And Dickey's at second, and the Yankees take a 3-0 lead. Marshall John's on the ropes. They've had 6 base runners in the last 2 innings. He's still out there. He's pitching to Gordon. 24 is a swing and miss for strike 3. That ends the 5th inning, but not until New York scores 2. We go to the top of the 6th. It is New York 3, Philadelphia 0. Al Brancato will lead off for Philadelphia. Here's the pitch from Marios Russo. 23 is the roll, and that's a ground ball to the second baseman, Joe Gordon. And he is out 2-3, or 4-3. Benny McCoy. 13 is a walk. Second time Benny McCoy has drawn a base on balls. Average speed at first, and Dick Siebert is the batter. He will be more careful with his leadoffs here than he was in the first inning, I'm sure. Here's the pitch. 13 is a walk to Dick Siebert. And the A's have first and second. That will get the tying run to the plate in Sam Chapman. He had 25 home runs in 1941. So an important hitter for Philadelphia. Here's the pitch from Russo. 1-6 is a double play. 6-4-3. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-0 Yankees. Johnny Sturm steps into the box. He is 1 for 2 today. 41 is the roll, and that's a ground out to the shortstop, Al Brancato. 6-3, there is 1 away. Marios Russo. 24 is a swing and miss, strike 3. Phil Rizzuto. Ground out to the second baseman, 4-3. So a quick 6 for the Yankees. We go to the 7th, 3-0 New York. Wally Moses played in the 1946 World Series with the Boston Red Sox. He had a very successful series, hitting .417 in that series. Here's the pitch. 6-6 rolls, hit column. 36 is going to be a double for Wally Moses. No outs, and Bob Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2. 36 is the roll, and that is a pop-up to the right fielder, or the shortstop, rather, Phil Rizzuto. 1 down. Frank Hayes. Frank Hayes was a good ball player, 6-time, was an all-star. He was discovered before he came into pro ball by an umpire. And his best year was 1940 when he had 300 with 16 home runs. He had 280 with 12 and 41. Here's the pitch. 22 is a single, and that is going to be a run scoring signal. The A's are on the board. It is 3-1 New York. And with one out, that brings the tie and run to the plate in Pete Seeger. 24 is a double play, 5-4-3, ground out to the third baseman, Red Wolf. But the Phillies managed to score. It's 3-1 New York. Marshall drawn is 4 batters from his point of weakness, and Russo is, let's see, more than that. All right, here's a pitch to Red Wolf, leading off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 7th inning. 61 is a 39. That's going to be a walk. He has a W modifier. Wolf is a slow runner at first. Tommy Heinrich. They're going to not play it safe. They're going to play it normal and on the base paths. Pitch to Heinrich. 34 is a fly ball to center field, caught by Wally Moses for the first out. Joe DiMaggio. That's a pop out to the third baseman, caught by Pete Seeger. 2 away, and Charlie Keller. 24 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. We go to the 8th, 3-1 New York. To start off for the Philadelphia A's, Bill Miles will pinch hit for the pitcher Marshall drawn, who pitched well, but is trailing by 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Miles from Russo. 26 is a ground out to the third baseman, 1 away. Tom Ferrick is the pitcher warming up in Philadelphia's bullpen. Here is Al Brancato. 22 is going to be a fly ball to the center fielder, Joe DiMaggio. 2 outs. And Benny McCoy. 53 is a error on the second baseman, Joe Gordon. So McCoy will be on with 2 outs. Average runner, speed-wise. Dick Siebert. He has a tie and run. Here's the pitch from Russo. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field, caught by Charlie Keller. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-1 New York. The new pitcher for Philadelphia is Tom Ferrick, grade C pitcher with a Z modifier. Here's Bill Dickey. 23 is a ground ball to the second baseman. Dickey is retired 4-3. Joe Gordon. 6-6 roll, that's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A home run for Joe Gordon. It becomes 4-1 New York. And that could be the final nail in the coffin of the Philadelphia Athletics. Here is Johnny Sturm. 1-2 is 25. That's a ground out to second base. 2 outs. And the pitcher, Russo, has not reached his point of weakness yet. He's going to bat. 22 is a single for Russo. Phil Rizzuto. 46 is a ground out to the third baseman. So we go to the 9th. It's now New York 4, Philadelphia 1. Final hopes for the Athletics reside in Sam Chapman, Wally Moses, and Bob Johnson, the middle of their order. They're capable. Russo is pitched to 30 batters. He's 2 away from his point of fatigue, and he has to have a couple bad things happen to him before he's penalized. Here's the pitch to Sam Chapman. 32 is going to be a ground out to the second baseman, Joe Gordon. 1 away. Wally Moses comes to bat. He is 1 for 3 with a double and run scored. 61 is a foul ball. 16, 28 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Phil Rizzuto, over to Johnny Sturm. And now there's 2 outs. And the last breath for the Philadelphia A's is Bob Johnson. 36 is going to be a pop fly to the, nope, it's a Y. It's a swing and miss, strike 3. We go to the end of the game and the wrap-up. Final score, the Yankees 4 and the Philadelphia A's 1. So in this game, the Philadelphia A's scored 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. The Yankees scored 4 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. Marius Russo was the winning pitcher, gave up 1 run in 9 innings. Phil Marchadron, the loser, who pitched 7 innings and gave up 3 runs. Stars of the game today would be probably Charlie Keller. All right, why don't we just go with 3 stars of the game. Charlie Keller, who homered in the second inning, singled and drove in a run in the 5th. He was 2 for 4. Joe Gordon was 2 for 3 with a home run in the 8th inning, drove in a run. And, of course, Marius Russo, but 9 innings and gave up 1 run. So we got 3 stars of the game today. Charlie Keller started in 1939, so he was in his 3rd year of the Yankees. His 39 season, he hit 338, I believe, his rookie year, maybe 339. Was a slugger for the Yankees. I think when he retired, he led the league in home run percentage with the bats. And Joe Gordon in 1942 was the league MVP with 322 average and maybe 18 home runs. Let's see, 18 homers and 103 RBIs. That was in 1942 league MVP. But he was a long time and very successful second baseman for the Yankees. Also played in the 48 World Series with the Cleveland Indians. Later went on to manage in the major leagues. Hope you enjoyed this game. This is Apba Brian saying join us tomorrow for another game. We'll go back to the National League for Game 2 of the National League Tournament. So Game 2 of the National League is the Pittsburgh Pirates going to the Polo Grounds in New York to take on the New York Giants. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe and like buttons. Good day and God bless.